Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Joe Simpson. I bet you thought I had just fallen off the face of the earth, but I did not. I actually went on an incredible fishing trip the other day, and I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I think gets overlooked a lot when it comes to fishing, which is the fishing gear. A lot of times when we're watching these videos, we see what other people do, and we watch what they're wearing and what they're fishing with and what they're using, and we kind of emulate what they're doing, but I don't always know what it is exactly that these guys have, so sometimes I'm just guessing. So I get a call the other day from my friend, and he's like, "Hey, do you want to go offshore fishing with me on Thursday?" And at first I was like, not interested. It's really not my bag. And then after talking to him a little bit, he was like, "Hey man, this is going to be really cool. It's 60 miles off. The winds are going to be low. The sea is going to be flat. Everything's going to be perfect. It would really be a missed opportunity if you didn't go." So I finally acquiesced and I said, "Dude, I'll go." Last time I went fishing on a boat, in terms of like all weather gear, I was way undergunned. I mean, I had a rain jacket, some sorry excuse for nylon pants that I called rain gear, and some rubber boots. And it worked okay, but I wasn't exactly dry when I got off the boat. So I started looking at what these guys were wearing and started to assemble mentally what I wanted to take on this trip to make it more enjoyable this time. So I wanted to walk through some of the things that I took and how it might help you on your fishing adventures, because I think being comfortable is probably the most important thing when you're fishing. If you're uncomfortable or you're miserable, it's going to ruin everything. So I started from the outside in. I said, the first and foremost, you want to just hold up to the worst weather that there is. So I needed good rain gear, and I don't really have good rain gear. I've got a couple rain jackets from Target, maybe a little, those little plastic snap in the plastic bag rain gear things you get from Walmart, and they just don't cut the mustard. So I went over and I started looking for rain gear, and I noticed that these fishing guys on these guided boats, they wore these things they call slicks. They're like rubber welded seam pants, and they have like suspenders, and they have like an apron built into them. And that apron's really nice because when you're grabbing some of those big fish on the boat, you're getting slime and stuff all over your chest and shirt, and it ruins your clothes. So it's really nice to have something in between you and it. So I set out to try to find some of that rain gear. And the only thing I could find when I would go to like Gander Mountain or Dick's or Cabela's is like full like hip waders and stuff like that. I'm like, look, I'm not trout fishing in a stream. I don't need the waterproofness underwater. What I need is like just grime proofness. So I got started thinking outside of the box a little bit, and I said, maybe they'll have what I need at Tractor Supply. So I called them up, and I was surprised. Tractor Supply has the old Morton Salt guy, raincoat with the hoodie or the hat or all the stuff you want. It can have reflectors. It can be orange, but they did have some green stuff that was nice that you could take on the boat. So I bought a pair of those, and they were only like $40 for the pants. And those are the rubberized green slicks at Tractor Supply. I'll link all this stuff below for you so you can kind of look at it and go through and see what might work best for you. Then I was looking for a good raincoat, and I don't really like the slicks for the upper part of my body because I get so hot and I need something that's more breathable. And those rubber slicks get really confining and really hold in the moisture, and they can make you sweat quite a bit. So I started looking around, and I couldn't find anything that I liked. All the raincoats from Columbia and Patagonia and all the expensive companies, and they're probably worth it, but they were all like 200 plus for like the real waterproof heavy duty stuff. In addition to all the other stuff, I was looking for some type of shoe or boot that wasn't gardening boots. I have gardening boots that I kind of throw on and I walk around and do my pond fishing. And I like having those up to my knees because you never know when you're going to come across a snake or some kind of animal that might take a whack at your leg. So having that little extra protection is nice. But I don't think necessarily you want gardening boots on a boat. You want something with a nice flat sole that's very rubberized and kind of like a sneaker. I kept seeing people online with different types of shoes, but Natty up north wore these things that I saw once, and I thought they looked pretty cool, and they were made by Huck, and they were like an ankle boot. So I started looking for the Huck boots. Nobody had them. And then I realized that some companies sold them, and they were called Extra Tough. Let me show you these. They're a little geeky. They're not the coolest looking things in the world, but they're made of rubber, and they're fully coated. They're fully waterproof. They've got a nice neoprene slip-in like ankle boot section, and it's really easy to grab the back and just slip your feet right in here. They run in full sizes, and they're not insulated, but they have like a neoprene lining. So a couple pairs of extra thick socks would do you just fine in the wintertime, and you could just tone it down for the summer. But check it out. They have a sneaker-like base, which I thought was great, and they're waterproof, and they're not all the way up to your kneecaps. So you start from the outside in. You want to have full protection rain gear. Then you want to have some type of warmth, maybe like a sweatshirt or a hoodie. And then below that, you want to have like a t-shirt or some type of shirt, but you always want to be cognizant of the sun, because sun is going to get you really bad out on the water. You're getting it from the top and you're getting it from the reflection off of the water. So you got to be careful with the sun, and too much of it, we all know, is a bad thing. So after I got the slicks at Tractor Supply, one thing that I wanted to find was a good raincoat that wasn't like $250. So after looking around for these boots, these extra toughs, and looking around for these Huck boots, and I was looking for stuff that I needed to buy today to take with me on the trip for tomorrow. So I didn't have the luxury of time waiting for Amazon. If I were you guys, I would order this stuff on Amazon, get it to my house and ready for the time that you need it, not waiting till the last second like me. Somebody finally said, hey, dude, why don't you call West Marine? And we had a West Marine in Alexandria, Virginia. So I was like, hey, do you guys have raincoats and rain gear? And they're like, oh, yeah, tons of it. And I'm like, do you have those rubberized boots or whatever? And he's like, extra toughs? Oh, yeah, we got like 10 different colors and all the different sizes. So finally, I found a place that had what I needed. So I went up to West Marine, and they have a brand up there that's really cool. And this brand isn't exclusive to West Marine. It's just one that's very popular. The name of this brand, do you pronounce that Grundens or Grundens? I'm not sure. But the thing I loved about this particular raincoat that I got at that location is that it's a really thin layer. It's fully waterproof, and it's got the taped welded seams inside. So it's of the, higher grade ilk of raincoat, and it was rated for 100 proof. It was rated for 100 proof. It'll get you really drunk if you wear it. It was rated for 100% waterproofness. And it has like the Velcro straps on the sleeves. It's got fold over flaps where the zippers are located, so water's not going to be splashing in over top of your zippers. It had an adjustable hoodie with the strap in the back, so you can adjust the hoodie with your pull straps. So this was the real deal, and I was really happy to get this. So I took this, and when I was there, I found some nylon pants, or pants that were similar to that, to wear as my lower portion. I didn't really need the slicks because we weren't going to be in super bad weather. So I just took the pants and the raincoat, and that was good. The pants with the raincoat, with these boots, and then a couple layers underneath, and I was toasty and feeling good. Now, we went out of Wrightsville Beach, and it was about, 55, 60 degrees in the morning. And I knew we'd be hitting about 70, 72 out on the water. And with the sun, it would be a little bit brutal. So when you're wearing different clothing when you're fishing, it's tempting to just go put on a t-shirt because you want to be comfortable, but your arms are going to get roasted. And if you're not careful, your neck and everything's going to get cooked too. So I'm sure you guys have seen a million different fishing shirts. This one is kind of goofy because it's like blue camo, but it's made by Field and Stream. I got this at Dick's, but what I like about it is it has a full hood. So even when I'm wearing a hat, if I can start to feel that sun on my neck and ears, I'll just pull up that hood around my face, and my hat covers this. I've got my sunglasses. The only thing left exposed is really, when I wear that shirt, my cheeks, which you can see are kind of red, and the backs of my hands, because they're the only thing sticking out. And you can even get gloves for your hands if you want to. So I went from the outside in. I had the rain gear, I had the boots, I had pants. And the other thing about pants, you want to get some type of lightweight nylon pants or, outdoor type hiking pants. And the ones with the zip off legs are cool because you could convert those pants from pants to shorts on the fly. And you want some type of thin, breathable shirt that would block the sunlight and maybe have a hoodie that can go up over your head and help block the sun on your neck and your ears. And once you have all that covered, you're in pretty good shape because you can downgrade and take everything off and be ready for open sunlight, or you can put it all back on. So it was funny when we ran out to the spot to go fishing, we all put on our rain gear and zipped up. And with the wind and a little bit of spray that was hitting us off the ocean, we were in good shape. And then when we were done, got to the spot and started fishing, we just took everything off. We just had our lightweight fishing gear on, put all of our rain gear in a bin below deck, and we were good to go. Keep all this stuff in mind when you're going fishing, because remember, if you get out there, you get seasick, you're wearing jeans and a sweatshirt, and you've got spray all over you, and you've got sneakers, and you're soaked to the core, and you're really cold, it'll make you so miserable, you'll never want to go fishing ever again. So I think a couple $100 spent up front is well worth its weight in gold. For your comfort for a whole day of durability. And what I really like about having all this gear is now, whether I go fishing in a stream, whether I go camping, whether I go out in a boat on the ocean, I'm kind of ready for everything. So don't underestimate the importance of clothing and gear, and spend a little bit more if you can. Again, I'll link below the rain gear, the slicks, the boots, and some of the shirts and things that I think work well. You guys get geared up and ready for this season, because I'm going to Georgia this week and I'm going to kick off this year with a bang, hopefully catch some big ones down there. And I'll be sending out some videos and I'll be back on track. I'm sorry I've been a little bit slack in the last few months. I've just been beat, tired, worn out, working hard, you name it. I have every excuse in the book. So appreciate you guys coming back and watching. So before we get going fishing, let's get the right gear and get the stuff ready to roll. Hopefully in the upcoming videos, we'll be talking about gear maintenance, fishing rods, fishing reels, taking care of things, maintaining them, and getting them into good shape so you're ready for a good fishing season with minimal issues. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Hopefully after this Georgia trip, you'll see some seriously good videos of me catching some fish.